All right, we'll wait for some people to get in here. I don't know if audio is working right now, but let's see. Does it look like audio's on? All right, let's might be. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for some people to get in here. Let me figure out kick and everything, and let some people chat it up, and we'll go through the rest of the chat. The reason, I mean, you never really know. Honestly, you never really know. That's why I say that. You say you're wait. No, you're lying. Look at wait and look. Wait, look and Lunic. Are you saying look at Lunic? You're saying I'm lying that I should look at Lunic. What am I supposed to? What am I lying about? By the way, it's always funny. Um, some people think that they know everything that I'm talking about, or they interpret it the wrong way. I don't know. I don't know what. Let me see. Analytics. No, I'm going to Stream Manager. Thank you for the people that are on Kick. Thank you for the people that are on Twitch as well. I appreciate you guys. Let me just finish up with what I'm trying to do. If you guys are interested, you know what? Let me put uh, my credit card channel, because I'm putting a lot of focus into the credit card channel and the golf channel. Actually, this weekend was great, honestly, for the golf channel. With the, not saying like big videos that I created, but short videos that I created, and all of that. And I think it was definitely a step up. Seeing a lot of those videos get like 2 to 7,000 views. So this last like week has been really good for that channel in general. And then even though it was a weekend where Erica worked, I still was able to get a lot of videos out, a decent amount of videos and what I wanted to talk about, as well as obviously golf videos there. But for the credit card channel, sorry, this is probably gonna pop up here. Um, for the credit card channel, make sure if you guys are interested in subscribing. We got about 46. Actually, I don't know why I did that. We got about 46 subscribers over here. So if you guys want to subscribe, feel free to do so. I'm gonna go ahead, guys. Thank you for watching. Click into this channel, and I'm going to put it in the chat. So if you guys are interested, definitely do that. I know there were some people that showed up, show up in the chat sometimes, that are a fan of credit cards, and it's always great to see those people that were a part of the first 10,000 subscribers. Let's see, what are people saying? So you got 40 people here, guys. Hit the like button and all of that. But might be. It definitely might be. The reason why I say might is because anything can happen. We honestly could see that we see the entire supply burn off, or we see nothing of the supply burn off, and it all depends on what we do, right? Somebody asked me in a comment, was like, look, do you think that burning off all of the supply will happen? Do you think that we will be able to burn down the entire supply to get to $1 or 10 cents or a penny or whatever? And my honest opinion is that I think it's possible, but it takes a lot from us in the community, because the ecosystem dev team, no matter how much they preach about burns, no matter how much they preach about wanting to help the community and caring about Shib and that Shib is king, they only care about what they have built. And they may not come out and directly say it, but we see it in all of their actions. So we need to do something, and we need to get back to kind of square one where we were, where the entire community was caring about burns and the success of Shiba Inu, and everything that we were building with the different businesses, we had all of these things developed. Now it's only or solely, on the shoulders of this Bone ecosystem dev team. And that's not what we want, because now we're like, all right, whatever they build, they're going to find a way to burn shit, but they've never been able to do that. They've never wanted to do that. So it's on us. It really is. So the things that we create, the things that we push, we could possibly see that happen, especially at lower prices. I know it's difficult for, Shib to burn a lot because of the fact that it's at a higher market cap. The higher the price is, the higher the market cap is, the more it's going to take to burn. So if we have something like, say, a Terra Luna Classic, which is down to like a 300, right? I think it's $300 million market cap. You know that you can burn significantly more than what you're seeing with Shib, but also have things in place to do that, where you do have that over in Terra Luna Classic. However, for Shiba Inu, we do not. So, and the thing about it, the difference that you have between the two, which I would love to make a video about that, like why Shib is burning and Lunc is. So the difference between the two and why Shib is burning and why Lunc is not burning, it's very simple. Like the Terra Luna Classic, and I understand you could burn a hell of a lot more with Lunc, but you are burning a significantly higher percentage than what you have with, Shiba Inu. But the reason why Lunc is burning a lot more is not only because it has a lower market cap, but it's also because it has a team that is in place. But that team that's in place, it all depends on what the community votes on, right? Whether the community voted them in, or the community said, I want to, whatever you create, this is what we want to implement, or the community put in a proposal to implement something. Now, the issue with Lunc and why it's not really going as far as it should is because we keep holding things back by not choosing a direct path, So instead of, like, just think about this. Like, if it was similar to what the Shiba Inu team is doing, like, say if everything they built, we had a say in whether they build it or whether they do something with it, there would be a lot of people that are like, no, this is the way, this is the way, this is the way. And we would be stuck in that place, but we would probably burn a lot more. So anyways, that's what I look at it as. Hopefully I got that. So we have 58 people here, guys. If you could, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. If you guys want notifications, I am doing or trying to do a lot more on Discord. So if you guys are interested in, chatting with me and everything, go down to the link in the description, sign up for Discord through Patreon. And I do plan on doing a lot more, having a lot more conversations there. Right now we have about 29 people that are over there. We did clear out the entire Discord a while ago and got people that are like interested in people that really want to start to chat and have conversations. I do want to fix a couple of things in Discord where it comes to my uploads. If you guys want notifications there, you can get notifications through this channel or this through the new channels like area or new videos area. So feel free to come over to Discord and chat it up as well with everybody else, or you could private message me there. Good morning, good evening, fans from the Netherlands. Well, thank you for watching. Matt, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. Yo, Crypto Dream, how you doing? Good day from Oz. How will Sandbox perform? I'm not so sure. I'm not really a huge Sandbox fan, but how will it perform in my opinion? Let's look at, actually, let's go back here. Give me a second. Let me go to cryptocurrencies and let me go to, they must have changed this a little bit. Because when you go to cryptocurrencies, you can bring up different categories. and I would love to look at the real world assets. Huh, that's interesting. I know you guys don't see anything, but I'm just trying to go through some stuff. Let me just Metaverse. Top Metaverse tokens. There we go, the sandbox. So when it comes to the top Metaverse tokens, you see that you have ICP at the top of that list. You know, having Stacks, having Axie, having Sandbox or Sand fourth on the list is definitely interesting. And I know that Mana was up there for a while. You had ApeCoin that was up there for a while as well, being worth a hell of a lot more. But I haven't dove into like the world, honestly, of the metaverse. I know there's a lot of people that are fans of different coins within the metaverse. Now I'm not sure as to which metaverses are going to use like which coins here, like if a new metaverse, something bigger than what we see that's just created as a project. So let's say you have Disney that creates a metaverse and partners up with a certain cryptocurrency, or creation of their own. I don't really know exactly what they're going to do, but it depends on what happens there and the different metaverses that you end up having and what they do when it comes to a form of payment. So I'm not so sure as to how individual projects will end up turning into maybe something a lot bigger than what we're seeing here, right? Market cap of 628 million is still absolutely fantastic and could be worth a hell of a lot more, but depending on the things that they do. And I would have to go into the news. I would have to go into more of the popularity. But right now it looks like Metaverse is not really at kind of the forefront. Metaverse is not really something that a lot of people are like, hey, this is what I want to focus on here. It's more or less now into AI, right? The AI is like the conversations that a lot of people are having and where they want to go. So, and I plan on going into like maybe the top AI positions and going through that as well as the top AI stocks. Shiba Inu price per at $75 billion market cap. Shiba Inu price at $75 billion market cap. If we're looking at a $100 billion market cap, we would be seeing a $58 or $59 billion market cap. So between that and, halfway, right? Or you'd be looking at what, between 40 and 50? Or let's say between 35 and 50, somewhere in between there. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how many zeros that has. So that has 3 zeros. So it would be 3 zeros and like 3.5 to 5.0, something like that. That's probably where we would stand. It's not a crazy move. I mean, it's a crazy move from where we are right now. Like if you're invested right now, that's a large gain, right? You're doubling, tripling, quadrupling, like you're increasing your money a lot. Yeah, Lunc has too many Mandalorian. This is the way. I don't know what that means, but you're saying like too many, like this is the way we should move type of things. What are the chances of Shibarium raising their burn percentage rates? If not, you could consider this project dead. So what are the chances? I don't think there's any chance. I think they may like pitch it to people like, oh, well, this is where we're going to go. And if they end up doing something like that, then it could bring people back in, and then it goes, hey, you gave it a month, or you gave it this much time when we could see so many more burns. Or they may do one burn and never do burns again, just like they did with the rewards. They did one reward, they sent out one reward of Ryoshi's vision, and never sent out anything else again. So it, for me, as I look at, Shibarium, I know that there's an option to do that, and I like, me being, a big fan of Shiba Inu and a big fan of, success within cryptocurrency, I only see doing that as a partnership, right? So, Shiba Inu and them burning off as much SHIB as they can, increasing the price or the base fee for BOEM, or whatever the base fee is, right? That comes out, or for Shibarium as you're using it. And then you also have the regular transaction, which I think they should increase to like 25 cents, and then use a portion of that to burn off Shiba Inu. And then we see pennies and then turn into dollars, and then turn into, hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we'll take that any day of the week. So I think it's a possibility, but I'm pretty sure that they won't do it, because they are stuck on the fact that they want to, bring all of the SHIB holders, the SHIB believers, the people that have invested in this from the beginning. They want to bring all those people from there over to Bone and Leash and all of their platforms, so that they can drive and make money, right? That's what it's always been about. And that's why, they decide to continue to sell NFTs and different things that they would consider as money makers, because they're using it as a business rather than running the cryptocurrency projects as, forms of payment. Like, they're trying to build different things that they can make money off of, rather than build a money maker for all, or rather than build a cryptocurrency project that can be used as a payment system, right? I don't know what they're trying to do. It seems like they're just trying to, drain the community for as much money as possible. Kind of like when you have, let's say, a business that's selling, I don't know, plastic bags, and those plastic bags are trying to get as much use out of it as possible. And instead of you, let's say, going to a grocery store and getting those plastic bags for free and putting all your stuff in there, you now have to pay 10 cents for those plastic bags. You now have to pay 20 cents for those plastic bags. Drain as much money out of those customers as possible. They already bought your food, but now you also have to buy the plastic bags. So that's what it's kind of similar to. I don't know. I just came up with that on the fly. Um, Matt, do you think people will FOMO in on Jasmi if the fourth quarter lockup increases the price? So the fourth quarter lockup increases the potential. I don't think it necessarily just increases the price, and I think there's a lot of people that probably need to understand that, but it can, right? It can increase the price if you are seeing FOMO into it, but without the FOMO, or without the volume that's jumping into it, I would say that no, you would just see the price stay the same and the market cap would drop. But it does bring it up to this market cap that we did see before, right? Where the market cap would then increase, meaning the price would also increase at that level, right? So I don't necessarily think that we're going to see FOMO in on Jasmi because the price is increasing. I think FOMO will create the price increase rather than the other way around. So it's all about the potential. And that's what I've always said in the crypto market. It's not necessarily saying that just because something burns 100% of the supply that the overall price will increase. And I think people got that mistaken. It's not about, just decreasing that supply and then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, let's get into it. No, the volume is still the volume. And yes, with less supply, the volume affects the price a lot more, but the volume is still the volume. So I would expect the price to stay the same until we see a massive amount of buying that's going into it, and you'll see how it does affect the price a lot more. So I think the fourth quarter lockup will have an effect, and it all depends on how long the lockup goes, right? How long it takes to get to whatever percentage we believe the top percentage will be that gets locked up. And also we all know that it's going to be something that happens gradually. It's not going to be just like, all right, this is the day 20 billion coins get locked up. That's not really the case. It's going to be like you have 100 million coins, 200 million coins, or whatever that's actually getting locked up. I have 1 million Shiba Inu tokens, ZAR from South Africa. Well, that's great. I don't think that's a crazy amount, but it is something just in case type of thing. And I can tell you that I will always have, at least 1 million in the end. Like, I'm not going to let go of that last million to see what it ends up being. If it ends up being nothing, then it ends up being nothing in the next 10, 12, 20 years, whatever. But I can tell you I have a Shiba Inu exit plan strategy. And then I have, with every position that I have, I always keep some in the end. I always keep some left over because you never know what could happen. Right? You don't want to end up getting into the Papa John situation where you take 10,000 Bitcoin and you sell it for a pizza. Well, that pizza is worth millions of dollars at this point. So it's not a good situation for you. What are your predictions for Jasmi by the end of the year? Well, it all depends if we see more bullish momentum instead of this negativity that we have seen. It looks like the markets are. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say it looked like the markets were turning green or turning red, but the markets are up about 1%. We're seeing the overall market cap. If you look up here, which you might not be able to see it, I barely could see it. 1.07%. 1.07 trillion, and you're looking at about a 1% increase overall. Shiba Inu, let me make sure I'm showing the screen because for some reason this doesn't really show well. I am. Shiba Inu is currently standing with 5 zeros, 507363, still sitting at about a $4.3 billion market cap. I would have loved to have seen Shiba Inu come down to like less than a $1 billion market cap and then show the potential from there. I would have loved to see that. I think the lowest market cap that I got to was like a $3 billion market cap. So I would have loved to seen Shiba Inu get down to a lower and lower market cap, so then it creates a bigger or a larger ability to burn, as well as more opportunity for people to buy a lot more at a lower price. My cost basis is literally double this point, if not getting up to triple this point, being up at 4 zeros and a 2. So honestly, at these levels, it's not a bad option to purchase more. For me, at least. I'm not telling you all to purchase more right now, but yeah. I think regarding Shib, we need more institutions to come in to invest in the future. For now, I think this is just all hype. And like you mentioned, it is just money making for the devs. That's the way that it seems. You're right, to an extent. I do believe that institutions overall need to get in on this, not just this position, but crypto in general, because once institutions get into crypto more, then we see the markets that are thriving. But right now, we're not seeing the markets that are thriving because of so many different, speculative news sources. I don't know how else to put that. So you have the SEC that keeps attacking crypto. You have the battles that are taking place with, these court cases with Coinbase and Binance and XRP. You have the denial, or I guess lower level approval of the ETF, but fight against the Bitcoin ETF and any other ETFs that come on board, and just crypto in general. It's not a good situation for crypto, and to see the success within crypto, we need institutional volume, which they're afraid to do so because with more SEC drama and things that are going on and FTX situations and bankruptcies and everything there, obviously it's going to create negativity, and institutional investors don't want that. They want gains. So if they believe that the market's going to come down, they're going to either sell it and not hold on to it, or they're going to short it. And that creates negativity overall. 2 a.m. and you're stoned. I might take I might take the pizza. I don't know what you're talking about. The next bull run for stocks and crypto will be the largest known to man and validate the official transfer of wealth. I hope you're right there with that last part. I do believe it's going to be the largest gains that we've ever seen, and it's going to be more of a utility bull run to where people start. This is what I said right in the beginning. I said it's going to be a utility bull run where we're trying to find the right uses for a lot of cryptocurrency projects, and seeing things. Sorry, let me go back to my screen, and seeing that we have the Bitcoin ETF that's basically here. We have battles again with the cryptocurrency exchanges and where that leads to. We have an understanding of what Ethereum now is versus Ethereum was, and proof of stake consensus, and still hovering around proof of work consensus. Understanding what use case and what use case that XRP will have. So a lot of it will be hovering around the use behind crypto. And I think once we get to an understanding of how we use different cryptocurrencies and explain it to everybody, explain it to the masses, I think that's where we will start to see that bull run really happen. Adoption is the key to getting it to the next level. And with those uses, it creates more belief, creates more FOMO, and you see a lot more money that flows into the market. So I can't wait until we see that point that happens. Whatever happened to the Shiba Inu card game? Uh, did it die off, or will there be an update in the future? So I don't know if there's many people that are playing it right now. It looks like I have to install an update. Ah, I'll install an update. So I don't think there's a lot of people playing it right now, but there was, right? And they made a decent amount of money. There were also people buying, in-app purchases and spending money there. And if they were, that means that money is getting pushed into this game. The issue is that they were supposed to burn off 5% of the revenue, but they just ended up keeping all of the revenue. And people basically said, "Oh, well, it was early on. You're not seeing as many people that were playing it and all that stuff." It made money. It did make money, and it's probably still making money because people are still playing it. It's just not as many people are playing it. But they're taking whatever revenue they do have and they're just putting it in their pocket. My own idea about L2 blockchain can help the Shib to reach zero point zero 0.01 cents or 1 cent in 10 years. Your own idea about the L2 blockchain can help. What's your idea? Meme coins will do well in the next bull run, maybe new ones. People are addicted to chasing green in charts. I agree with that. But it's not only about the addiction with it. I mean, typically with a lot of these plays that you do see, and I think Dogecoin and Shiba Inu and others will still be big. And I don't consider. I know people will put Terra Luna Classic in that area as well, but Terra Luna Classic, it was not just a position that was created and built and supported on hype at all. It obviously had different pieces to it that were completely different than what you had with Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. But Shiba Inu and Dogecoin create a potential, right? You have that larger potential with the popularity to build something onto what you have there. Now, for Dogecoin, you have a team in place that can actually do something and does do something, consistently. Like they're not overdoing it right now, like some other cryptocurrencies doing way too much and building all these different things, spending all this money in a bearish market. They'd rather spend money in a bullish market and be able to implement whatever they're going to implement, or have Elon Musk just implement everything. But for Shiba Inu, all we have is a community, and we have no team that's really in place. You can look at this ecosystem dev team and say that they're building something, and they had the potential to do so much more, but they didn't. So I don't know. Meme coins will Shiba Inu. Wait, Shiba amount to hold next bull run to get into the six-figure gains. Um, that's difficult because it all depends on what you do, right? I'm sure that what people will do, and you can say, hey, $1,000 could potentially get you into the six figures, seeing maybe a 100x return. That's possible. But if you wanted something more like, let's say, realistic, you would probably say, hey, hold 5 or 10,000, and you could be able to turn that into a 20x or 10x, and that's more of a believable thing to get to six figures in what you are holding. But it also depends on what you see. If you're holding $5,000 and it turns to $50,000, are you going to take profit? Because then that extends how long it takes to get to six figures. So it all depends on what your selling strategy is, and it's not about what I see within it, because my selling strategy is completely different than your selling strategy. I display what my selling strategy is and will show you what I plan on doing with things, but that's pretty much it. The Shiba Inu community really needs to concentrate on making the supply of coins that we do not burn adopted for worldwide usage. Shibarium is the Satoshi and the devs utility for them, not Shiba Inu. Yes, Shib is the Shib is the Satoshi and the devs utility for them, not. So you're basically saying everything that's with Shibarium is for like the devs utility, and Shiba Inu is not a part of that utility at all. New dev team, contract burn on everything created. What are you talking about? I don't like Terra Luna. I mean, that's understandable. I still love Shib. I don't like Terra Luna. You can always learn from different communities and different things that are happening. I'm hungry. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Whew. Remember, guys, if you guys are interested in credit card videos and stuff, the link is in the top of the chat. Or if you want to go and follow me on Kick as well, I think the link to my Kick should be in the description. But let's see. I'll pin it to the chat at some point. Like when we get closer to the end, I'll pin it to the chat. I do want to, let's say, put out a tweet. Show that we are live. How many people do we have on Kick? Looks like we have 3 viewers that are on Kick. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Captain Crypto. Good morning, General Scotty Dog. Am I saying that right? I'm good also. Any good picks for the week? I haven't looked into that actually so far. I'm going to go on Patreon today and put out some stuff. So somewhere around 9 o'clock, I do have a meeting later today, a one-on-one later today on Patreon. So if you guys want those one-on-ones and have those conversations, the audio conversations with me, feel free to do that. You have to sign up for a certain level of Patreon, the highest level of Patreon, in order to have those one-on-ones, monthly one-on-ones. We just schedule it and we base it on what your schedule is. Obviously, I try and factor in my schedule now that I have Hayden, but feel free to do that. But I do have a one-on-one later today, and between like 9 and 10, I'm gonna be like figuring out what videos I may be doing, as well as editing a couple of things, and also being on Discord as well as Patreon to put on what's trending, what's moving, what looks good, what looks bad, all of those different things that's happening there. So if you want to get that and just go to the Discord side of things and get a lot of that information, and have those conversations. It is the lowest level, which is a $5 level, which is the smallest level that's there. And you can support the channel in a big way, and also support yourself in answering those questions that you have. Uh, so, anyways. All right, all right, all right. Now we got 92 people that are here. I think this is the most that we had so far. So thank you guys for being here. If you have anything to say, feel free to subscribe. I think that's how you chat, because it is subscribers only right now. As it seems they created Shibarium for usage, for not for Shiba Inu to collect money for themselves. I thought they were volunteering their time to help Shiba Inu coin. They just switched it up. Yeah, I don't think it was ever about Shiba Inu in the end. I think they had just wanted to create a place to where you can easily see the movement of people that are interested in Shiba Inu to people that are interested in what they've created. Anytime you have a project that shows it has the potential to be like a bit or like a Ethereum or like a BNB or like a anything to where you are trading whatever cryptocurrency and being able to pay in that ecosystem's cryptocurrency. They want that ecosystem's currency, and they're going to basically say, I want to buy this position because they're using it as a form of payment, and we're going to see it rise a hell of a lot. Well, because they didn't support Shiba Inu enough, and that's what this community is all about. And I don't think they understand. I don't think they'll ever understand. If they don't support Shiba Inu enough, which should be king and will always be king, right? If they don't support it enough, then whatever they're creating will also fail or will fail. Like, I don't think Shiba Inu will fail, but what they're creating will fail because they're not supporting the community and what they believe in from the start, which is Shiba Inu. Like, all you have to do is support it. I understand you want people to move from Shib over to Bone, but the way that you do that is by having the strongest connection possible. And they just want to move people and say, I don't care about Shib. Let's not focus on Shib. Let's focus on this new project. That's all they want to do. And it's not going to happen. It's not. The popularity is here. The popularity is not where they want it to be. Let's see. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Are you a Richard Hart hater? A lot of coins you shill, the moving sticks are a bright part of your show. Makes me think of Kevin Samuels. Am I a Richard Hart hater? A lot of the coins that you shill, I don't even like the term shilling. Like, I'm not that type of person. So shilling to me, I know people look at it as saying you're pushing it, or you're just trying to gain volume within that position. A lot of the coins that I talk about, the tokens that I talk about, are ones that I'm invested into. I talk about my exit strategy. I show you guys my positions. I do all of that. Like, I'm not just shilling it just so that whatever that term means to people. I'm not just pushing it because I want the price to increase and then I end up selling off of that position. That's not my look. That's never been my look. So I don't know who Richard heart is. For some reason, the name rings a bell, but for some reason, it's kind of I can't put a picture to the name. But I guess you're saying the moving sticks are pretty cool. I like the moving sticks. They're called spinning sticks or something. But yeah, I like them. Actually, I wanted to put on the light in the background. I didn't. So give me a second. Daisy? Um, FOMC this week. Yeah, should be an impact. I think what the other chat member meant was, I can barely see this, sorry, meant was need a new dev team for Shiba Inu that will implement burn features on everything they create. Yeah, I mean, that's what it should have been. It should have been a massive amount of support in everything that has been created to have a consistent burn that goes into it. We supported them for that reason, to have that support for Shiba Inu. And every time I brought it up, where I was like, all right, Bone, what's going on with Bone? Well, no type of connection with Shib. Seems like it doesn't really matter that Shib is over here. It just seems like they're trying to pull people into this ecosystem, whatever they're creating. And Leash, and I was like, that seems the same thing. Shiba swap, you know, a lot of it seemed like it was supporting Bone, and if you stake even Shiba Inu, you still would get Bone in return. And I was like, okay, this still doesn't seem like they're supporting Shib at all. They just have Shib's name and they're using it as a mascot. Then you had the Wellies and John Richmond, and that was kind of pushing that what words am I looking for? Pushing that as well, right? Where you have Shiba Inu that is the face of what they are, right? Wellies. Shiba Inu dog is the face of Wellies, and it's looking to drive revenue, and they are a partner within Wellies to get extra money, but it doesn't actually help Shib. The thought was that you were going to burn a decent amount of Shib with the overall profits that you had. The issue is that they didn't do anything in order to get to that point. I think Wellies is still a thing, but I haven't heard anything from that side of it. So it seems like things have collapsed and, it's not really successful at all. They're also supposed to have franchises and everything, which they could have popped up very, very quickly, because there's a lot of people with a lot of money that are looking to do something interesting and have a new, maybe a new restaurant that's around, or fast food restaurant, or whatever it was. But they were using it as the mascot. Like, it is the face. It's basically the Chuck E. Cheese, of Shiba Inu there, where it's the mascot. Or of Wellies, or of John Richmond. And John Richmond used them twice in order to sell NFTs to gain money there. And I believe a portion of that went to Shiba Inu ecosystem dev team, or Bone ecosystem dev team. And then the Metaverse, the sale of the Metaverse, or sale of Shiboshis, actually, before that. Sale of Shiboshis, you thought a certain portion of that would go towards Shib Burns, and consistently go towards Shib Burns. As you have swaps and trading back and forth and use of that, you would have Shib Burns. But no, it's not about Shib. They don't care about it. But they use Shiboshis, or Shib, in the name, right? So now it's a Shiba Inu project, as well as the Metaverse. The Metaverse lands. You're selling potentially hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Metaverse lands in the form of ETH, and you can't find a way to either use Shib as a form of payment, or burn off Shib with the purchase of that. And it should have been both. It should have been use Shib as a form of payment, which they ended up doing after people complained about it and complained about it and complained about it, and just to use it as a way to say, hey, the lands are here, and more people bought more. So it's just it's not shocking to me that this was happening, because I was calling it out every step of the way. But I was very hopeful that they would learn from their mistakes, that they would go, okay, we don't have any bone, we don't have any leash, we don't have anything without Shiba Inu, so let's support Shiba Inu. That's what I thought Shibarium was going to do. And they just, no. They basically said the same thing. We only want bone, we only want leash, we only want the things that we create, you know? Let's see. There needs to be a new dev team dictated. Wait, dictated to create utilities and contract to burn Shib on all things created. I think that's very true. That's fair, Matthew. Hex pulse chain. Ah, yeah, that's the name. I can't say I'm a hater of Hex or Richard Hart. I don't know what he's doing. Um, he's just doing what he's doing. So who decided to make the Shiba Inu with a supply that much? Can't the creator of Shib burn a lot of the coin? So no, only if they owned a lot of the coin. So one, we don't know who the creator is, right? So they created a project and then renounced it and made it anonymous who created it. They do have apparently the people that are part of the dev team, and Satoshi is, sorry, I have to fix this. Satoshi is the main or the lead dev behind Shiba Inu, but he doesn't have the keys, right? So not being able to change the project and not be able to add something in there is maybe an issue to some people, but others you would understand that you can't change anything, and that's a good thing, right? You have just the support of the community. So they decided to make that way, and burning off half of it wasn't even the plan. The plan for them basically was to make it have popularity and hype just on taking a large portion of it and giving it to somebody that is popular or that knows about cryptocurrency. And what did they do? They gave it to Vitalik. Now, Vitalik had what? They gave 50% to him, and he took 41% and he decided to burn it off. So that's really what got everything started. And guess what percentage we're still sitting at 2+ years later? You guessed it, it's 41%. We're still sitting at the same level, even though the conversation was around, well, what if we burn off more? Well, the reason why we didn't burn off even more is because we didn't have anything in place to do so, especially at a lower market cap in the beginning. It started rising and got up to a $40 billion market cap, and really people were just like, if we decide to burn now, it's not going to burn off enough. The price is too high. The rent is too damn high. Right? So I don't know why I thought of that. But yeah, I think that's really where it came from. And now we as a community are like, well, what if they really burn off the entire supply? What happens to it? Well, what happens to it is it gives it the opportunity to get to a higher price. So we've been pushing for that, but we've been supporting the wrong team that have kind of been controlling what the Shiba Inu community has really done for the last 2+ years. So yeah, they decided to do that because it does create a different side of things. Instead of you diluting the position, you are creating a deflationary aspect to it. Now, is it a crazy deflationary aspect? It should have been, but it's not. They also blocked me for asking questions, so I figured that they truly do not want to help Shib. They are just using the community. Yeah. I mean, the only reason they didn't block me sooner, right? And they did block me eventually when they stopped doing AMAs. The only reason that they blocked me sooner, or they didn't block me sooner, was because I was like a major part of, kind of getting information out and covering AMAs and doing all that. And a lot of people were kind of siding with what I saw within it. And they wanted to answer those questions and attack those criticisms because people were coming to them going, hey, I just saw a video from Matt about you guys not supporting Shib. Is it true? Right? As I look down the line, it looks like you're not supporting Shib, and then they had to address a lot of these questions and a lot of these criticisms and call it FUD and be, for lack of a better term, a-holes. And like they didn't care about any of us. So I would question them, and they didn't block me at that point. As I was questioning them in the AMAs, as I was having conversations with Rowdy Roddy Piper, who I don't know if he even still does the same thing that he does. He used to moderate for them and believed in what they were doing. I wonder where his head is right now. And then I would have conversations with the breeds, and since the breeds are no longer like there, the only person that did block me and didn't like me was Tropheus. And there's been conversations to whether Tropheus wrote the whole hit piece that was technically on a lot of the creators, and a big portion was on me, and also if Satoshi basically put him up to it, like, hey, you do this. But Satoshi still hasn't blocked me. Everybody else has decided to block me and everything that I talk about besides Satoshi. So I don't know. But I haven't come to Satoshi and said a bunch of stuff. Like I probably messaged him like twice. And I don't even know where Milkshake is, but I talked to her like maybe 5 or 6 times. And I don't even know if I'm blocked by her, and I also don't know what her role is in this at all at this point. But anyways, they're not Shiba Inu. They are the dev team. They need to be separated. Like, how do I explain it? Have you met an Asian before? We guys are crazy cheap. Are you talking? You're talking to somebody else. They can't burn it because to burn, say, 1 million Shib is going to take 100K. And you're saying 1 billion. That's what you mean. And considering Lucy, she is not being able to bring herself to doing that. I'd be a huge fan and show your show if you added some hex stake to the portfolio. Yeah, I just never have seen a reason to it, right? Everybody that I've talked about it with has always been about, hey, maybe like this is going to be the next. When I saw somebody that pushed hex on what was it, David Portnoy's pizza review. And he was like, yeah, this is going to be the next Bitcoin. He was like, everybody says that. And he was like, look, if you get in now, you can make this much money. It shouldn't just be about that, right? Especially, as you have, people that have already made a decent amount of money, because now it's basically looking like it's more of like I'm not saying it is, but a pyramid scheme, because people are like, hey, if you get in now, we'll be able to make even more money. But the reason why it's going to make money is because people like me are coming out and saying, not me, but I'm speaking for that guy. But he said, people like me are trying to get people like you involved with it, right? Just having more money that's put in on it. And David Portnoy, which hasn't made a ton of great decisions, like he made horrible decisions with investing, and then also has given up on investments very quickly, even though it was right before it blew up, and that was AMC. So even though, you have him out here who doesn't really know a ton about it, he's still questioning like, hey, well, if I get it now when you already made millions of dollars, does that now give you more millions of dollars and you end up selling the difference there, and then I lose out on what I have? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that's the case, but everybody that I've talked to, and maybe you're different, but that's all it has been. They thought they will create a contractual burn and it won't take as much gas. That's not how it works on Shib. Since we don't have the keys, uh, we can do that on Lunc since we have the keys. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, you may be talking to somebody else, but yeah, I think you're right. Um, with the keys on Terra Luna Classic, we can do burns. We can make burns because you do have the ability to change the contract based on what the community wants, right? We can change whatever happens there based on what the community really wants to do and what we approve. Shiba Inu is a different story. We can't change anything. We can't change the contract there. And also, even if we could, we don't see much volume that's happening on the DEX side anyways, right? I wish I can go into here, but we don't see much volume that's happening on the DEX side. Majority of the volume is happening on CEXs. So you need CEXs to agree to that as well. Now, if we just had the CEXs agree to doing that and we didn't have to change anything with Shib, then it would be a different story. But we can't get the CEXs to agree on anything related to burns or taxes. Sorry, I'm trying to. Let's see. What's going on Matt? Good morning. What's going on, Matt? Good morning, my brother. Just tuning in. Don't know if you've covered this before, but I have a question. What about Kaspa? I have covered Kaspa before. I saw that Kaspa has potential. It has an opportunity to grow quite a bit. I don't know where it is right now. I haven't looked into it in a little bit. Let's take a quick look at it. Currently up about 6.7%. Actually, I could say that I did because it was up a decent amount when I looked up the top movers within the day. But Kaspa, is up about 5.9 or 6%. We have seen it move quite a bit from a level of 45 or 4.5 cents up to 4.8 or 4.9 or even pushing up 5 cents there. Currently sitting at a $1 billion market cap. I'm not sure if they had this supply. The last time I looked at it, do I have a Kaspa video somewhere? Maybe I have a Kaspa video. Give me a second. Let me check if I have a Kaspa video somewhere. What's up, you guys? Thank you for watching. I appreciate. Let me go back here. Let me see if I have something on Kaspa. Because if I do, then maybe I don't think I do. Not on my main channel. I do have one. Because for some reason, I always get into like a situation where I think that the what's up, you guys? Yeah, I always get into a situation where I think that the supply was a lot higher, and I can't tell at this point. Let's see. Come on. What's up with the quality, man? So yeah. Okay. Or supply was a lot lower. So as I look into this, let me open up my screen. So Kaspa has had a little bit of dilution. While you see 65, I think that is. I can't really see it. It's very difficult to see, especially from this far away. But 65 or let's say 68% that is out there. I believe it's had some dilution recently because if we go back here, let me make sure this is not playing. It is a mineable coin. And that much to be mined in a short period of time because this video was created 2 months ago and you're looking at 68% and you're telling me that that's the top Metaverse coins. That 72%, I think it was 68% or 65%. You basically added at minimum 4% over the last 2 months, right? And maybe that's not a lot because it is something that is mineable. And in the beginning stages of it, you mine a lot more, right? Or you add a lot more. So yeah, the dilution, because I was wondering why I got to $1 billion market cap. And it seems like $1 billion market cap here is because of the fact that it has more coins out there, not necessarily about the price being at a ridiculous level. Now, if we look at the last 7 days, it has risen quite a bit from a level of 3.9 cents all the way up to about 5 cents multiple times, almost creating that triple top scenario here. And over the last month, we've seen this at a low of 3.4 cents before it has increased up to that level of 5 cents, while seeing a market cap, at a $600 million market cap, and then seeing that jump up to about a $1 or $1.1 billion market cap here. So, I mean, it still shows something that would have a ton of potential, especially with the amount of investors, the amount of money that flows through it. So again, I've never said that this doesn't have the potential. I just always like to point out when something does have dilution and how fast that dilution acts, because we're seeing the prices increasing, which is great, and it's because of the volume and the popularity. But when that popularity doesn't have as much popularity, what happens to the price based on the dilution that has happened? So just, be careful in anything that you are investing into, because you want to find the right time to invest into it. It's not saying that it doesn't have any potential, that you will not be able to gain money. It just all depends on when you decide to invest. So, yeah. If Coinbase burned 1 cent per SHIB transaction, Coinbase volume would explode. The whole community would go there to transact. That's not necessarily true. I have to kind of fight that a little bit. I think there's majority of people that are in investments are looking for gains, and when uh, they find something that has some sort of a tax, then they won't go there. They will more likely go somewhere else in order to, avoid whatever that tax actually is. So I would have to disagree with you there. I think 1 cent is definitely not is not ridiculous. So the people that are there would still be there. If they took a certain amount of their fees, like say if they have a certain fee and they took 1% of that fee and they decided to burn off that 1% of that fee, it may not even be noticeable, right, to a lot of people, because they have a standard fee nonetheless, right? But to say that people would just flock there because they are having a burn, no. I mean, it would just make it more of a reason to be like, oh, well, let's go somewhere else. I feel like Coinbase is not really that expensive. So especially, if you're using like Coinbase One, or if you're trading on the advanced platform. So whatever the 1% ends up being, or whatever they do, yeah, that would be great. If every exchange decided to do that, it would support SHIB in such a large way. Bottom lines would increase, everything. But, exchanges are not doing that. So I don't necessarily see that happening. The whole SHIB community with over 1.3 million followers, um, or more, are going to have to see how we all or some of us can at least send money, like $1 or $2, some type of fund that is created to burn SHIB. So I think we've been there before, right? We've been there with so many different things. We've created YouTube channels that have burned SHIB, and those haven't really seen the support that they were supposed to receive. It wasn't about consistently creating SHIB videos to burn SHIB. It was about creating something, right? Building a whole bunch of videos that burn Shiba Inu, and then taking the revenue and burning SHIB. And I think the first month was fantastic because we were establishing things for me, right? The first month was fantastic as we established things. It was like $5,000 that we ended up like burning off with SHIB or something like that, or like 2 point or something like that. I don't know what it was. No, it was half that because we had to pay half in taxes. So 2.5K, I think a total of like 3,000 or something dollars, which ended up being like 300 million SHIB. Um, yeah, so we were creating this like catalog of videos that people would watch and consistently watch, and treat it like they would mining videos. Like they would take or mining, cryptocurrency. Instead of mining cryptocurrency, you're taking cryptocurrency out of the supply by just playing this in the background. It's a way of just consistently decreasing that supply. And I think if we all found a way to create those things, right? Just like people that create, let's say, mining situations where they have computers and GPUs that are mining, Bitcoin and Ethereum or whatever else they're mining, and instead of creating those things to kind of mint or mine these, you now have a system that's created to burn the coins. And if a lot of us created those things, right, and showed how we can create that, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a really, really good idea. If we all had a way to literally build up videos, right, on YouTube or Spotify playlists or whatever that were consistently playing in the background and showing people what to build and how we can burn it off by not spending any more money. You take your devices, whatever new devices you have, and you build a system to burn Shiba Inu. It's not a bad idea. Uh, Build a burn rig, maybe. All right, that's not bad. It's not a bad idea. There were many D apps used to even a cafe. So yeah, if the community wants, it can do anything. Yeah, I think that's true. We can. Um, the Shib community was working well before this new Satoshi took over. Very, very true. It's going to take a whole community plus more people to adopt Shiba Inu for usage. Holders, wait, holding what they can and burning what they can't, or what they can. So yeah, I think there has to be. It's up to us, for the Shiba Inu community to be able to burn, 589 trillion. And people may say it's impossible because of how long we've gone and how little we have burned. But we could establish things that could burn a massive amount of SHIB consistently. It could be revenue drivers, it could be businesses that we're creating. But we were there and we decided to go against that because of the ecosystem dev team. And I even tried to create this Discord group, right? The SHIB community Discord group that honestly is continuing. Like I haven't tweeted in there. I haven't put my tweets, or my tweets are naturally going in there, but I haven't put a lot of stuff in there, but there's a lot of, traction and people that are online. And, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are here, 1,900 people that are a part of this Discord group, and it could continue. We could create something way bigger. And I don't have this Discord group in my description anymore, but it is something that's still, there's a ton of people that are still talking, a ton of people that are still a part of it, and people that believe in maybe what, Shiba Inu can do. And they wanted to believe in the ecosystem dev team. But no, we can still build things, right? We can have different businesses that do burn Shiba Inu, and not necessarily creating different businesses, but what we could do is have a team in place that goes to different businesses and says, look, you willing to use SHIB as a form of payment? using this service or whatever that we may come up with, and using Shiba Inu as a form of payment there, everything that is used through Shiba Inu, we would have a certain amount that does burn off. We have other things that may be created, like staking systems, and those staking systems, instead of just giving us, a certain amount of, or just giving people a certain amount of Shib or a certain amount of something, you now can also burn a certain amount of Shib. So honestly, it creates a lot of trust, or it takes a lot of trust in order to create these things, because we would have to create, other coins. We would have to create other projects, and those other projects would burn Shib as well, and create an impact to where now we can build something else and build something else and build something else. And all these things come together to burn 589 trillion. We can do it as a community, but we have to take that leap, and we haven't been able to do that. People talk a big burn game, but at the end of the day, most people want someone else to do all the dirty work for them. Very true, Kristen. Very, very true. The burn channel required effort from viewers too. You actually got to watch the video and can't skip the ads. That's not true. You can skip the ads. So when you skip the ads, a revenue or a portion of the revenue still goes towards it, right? And yes, the burn channels could have been something bigger, and the mindset was to take a tablet and just let it play, right? Let it play for, I think the max amount of views you can have on one video is like 10. So let it play for 10 views in that day, and then get 10,000 people that are doing that, or get 1,000 people that are doing that. 10,000 views in that day, which could amount to $100 or something like that. So if it amounts to $100, $50 of that will go towards a burning Shib. $50 will go towards whatever the taxes are. And I was willing to do that, and I was doing that for a while. But then as I established everything and got it out there, I would create maybe one video like a week, or maybe 2 videos a week or something, just to see that there's consistent videos that are being created, and you don't just have the revenue from the older videos, right? But the mindset was to take all of those videos and literally just play a playlist. And you would have 10 views on this one, 10 views on this one, 10 views on this one. Everybody would just view all the videos, the 30 or 100 videos that we had on the channel every day. And you would have 100 views from that person. And if you multiply that by 1 million, you have 100 million views within every single day, if you had the entire community that did that. Now, that's only if they did it. And who's to say that market won't become, saturated, and then we'll see less revenue that's going through it? Maybe. But the point is that we would have created a ton of burning, because 1 million views equals about $10,000 or something. Is that right? Something like that. Maybe even more. And if you had 100 million of that, you would be looking at what? I can't even do the math. Not $100,000. You would be looking at about $1 million that you can burn off, let's say, per day, if you were able to get those 100 million views. Now, I don't know if that would have happened. I really don't. But it would have been great to be able to see something like that. No one really using Shibarium. Yeah, I know. I said this. There's no reason to use it. That's the issue, is that people hyped it up because, yes, you can build upon it and use it for a cheaper form of payment with your business and whatever, D-apps you're creating, whatever, right? Whatever you're doing as a new business owner or business owner. But when it comes to adoption or use the first day, it doesn't make sense why people would use it more than once. Like, I don't need to trade. This is what's crazy. It costs less than a penny to do a transaction. Do you think that people are going to do like 100,000 transactions a day? I don't even see the point in doing more than 2 transactions in the lifetime of holding Shib. Like I don't see the point in doing any more transactions. So why would you need to do that many transactions? You only need to hold with how low the cost is. You only need to hold about $1 worth of bone, and then you never need to purchase it again in order to make transactions happen. I feel like that's the cheaper it is, the the lower the reason to, or I guess it lessens the impact of bone, right? Or whatever that gas fee is. So if the cost is less than a penny, what's the purpose of holding that gas fee coin? You know? What you were doing was working because it was burning something, but the dev team tricked us for 2 years to believe in what they were going to do with Shibarium to burn, and it was not true. Not only that, they tricked everyone into believing that what they were doing was right and what everybody else was doing was wrong. And that's where we failed. The community really wanted to believe in what they were doing in a central team, no matter what, whether we have something that's completely decentralized or that is central. We, for some reason, want to follow somebody. We do, whether it's a YouTuber or whether it's a community that that they have here, right? Or the ecosystem that they built. We always want to follow somebody. Even with Terra Luna Classic, we don't technically need to have this team that's in place, but we need to follow somebody and somebody to do something to change everything. In the end, we don't want everything to be completely decentralized, no matter how much we say it. We don't want everything to be that way. We want to follow a team to get us to those places that maybe have the money or have the knowledge to get us somewhere, right? Like that's how the world works. Ultimately, we come to a point to where we think, hey, we're all, voting to maybe have some change here and there, but we're voting to get a specific person to lead like the country, or get a specific team to lead this crypto project, or get a, I don't really know how whatever examples or however the other examples could be, but still like, it's about getting this team in place or getting a team in place to lead us. And even to somebody's point here, they're like, you should show Satoshi how it works or how it's done, and lead this new ecosystem, team, or lead this new community that could, potentially burn a hell of a lot. And honestly, again, it's about following another person. Like, if we wanted to be decentralized, then we want to be decentralized. Like that's, but we are consistently trying to put somebody in place to do something to follow them. Shiba Inu supply is too much, and Shibarium burn nothing until now. We don't see 5 trillion burn on the first month, as Lucy says. Nonsense. Yeah, it's not happening. But to be clear, Shiba Inu's price will reach 100x in the next 5 to 7 years. We need multiple bull runs to see the price jump. I would agree with seeing a push. It's not guaranteed that we'll see 100x, but I think what we're all looking for is at least the bare minimum of like a 10x, and pushing 20x, and then we could see it really grow from there, from where we are standing right now. Do Kwon will be released from prison on the 23rd of September. Will it do anything for Lunc? It depends how the market's running, but I would assume so. Maybe people look at it as a positive there. But is that true? I haven't seen that though. So he was sentenced to 4 months. Let's see. Does it have the actual date? So he will be released. He was sentenced on the what, the 23rd? So he'll be released on the 23rd. Is that what you're saying? So will that do anything for? I mean, maybe. Honestly, it might. The market seems to be moving up. Yeah, the market's not bad right now. I mean, it's up about 1% currently. Let's actually refresh it. So yeah, it's up 1.4%. That's not bad at all. We'll take that any day of the week. He will face another trial in the U.S. But every day, whales buy $40 million in Shib. They buy trillions. They buy trillions, and they know something we don't know. Or whales just 10x that achievable in the next bull run. So the thing about whales that you have to understand as an investor, maybe as a new investor or whatever, is that whales are looking for a lot smaller gains than we are. For people that are saying, hey, whales are buying this and that it must be something way bigger for the long term, most whales only hold on for a very short period of time because they're only looking for, like, say if you're a millionaire, right, and you wanted to risk $1 million. Risking $1 million is taking away from that wealth. So you either want to have something short term to where it comes back and you lose maybe $100,000, or you end up gaining 10 or 20% and you're looking to gain $200,000. They're taking that same risk that we're taking as a short term play, and they're doing it at a much larger scale. Right. While we're looking for something way bigger because we're looking to turn something small into something huge, they're basically taking, $1 million, and then they're taking out their $1 million and leaving the $100,000 in there, or taking out 1.1 million and leaving 100,000 in there so that they have something to grow for the future and basically do what we wanted to do with our smaller amounts, but they're doing it at a larger scale with $100,000. Hopefully all of that makes sense. If you had a lot of money, you would like to turn that a lot of money into a lot plus 10% or into a lot plus 20%. But more likely than not, you're not looking for the 100x, or sorry, the 2x or 3x gain. If it happens, it happens, but you're not looking for that. You're looking for a percentage gain, right? You're looking for 10, 20%. Max maybe is 30%. So whales don't necessarily hold on for a very long time unless you are a major part of the ecosystem there, or you are investing previous money that you may have made from other crypto investments or other investments in general. So a lot of them may not be holding on for a crazy long time, and they may also take profit as time goes on a lot easier than a person that only has $1,000 invested. I bought 500k Jasmi. Was it a smart move? Um, well, it depends. One, what that money was for. If it was for like bills or something, then probably not. If it was just extra money that's there, I think Jasmi coin at these prices, yeah, it's a steal. It looks like a steal compared to what you've seen in the chart. For Jasmi, like I said yesterday, Jasmi coin being at 35% of a penny. If you look at the all-time low for Jasmi coin, all-time low is 27% of a penny. That is a very small amount, from 27 to 27% of a penny to 35% of a penny. That's the lowest point that we've seen it at, right? So being closer to those lows means that you have a lot of upside from here. So I think it's a smart move, but it really all depends on what you do as you see the price move. And if you decide to take your initial investment at like a 2x or 3x return, or if you just decide to hold on to it. Depends what you do in the end, whether it ends up being a smart move. because if you sell too early, it may not be the smartest move, but you also might still have a profit. If you end up not selling at all and it gets all the way up and then drops all the way back down, that may not be the smartest move in selling it. I think buying it, yeah, it gives you the opportunity, but now you have to make the best of that opportunity. I saw a Happy Caddy Crypto video on the dream. Wait, on the dream team, Kristen. I think that will be good to keep people off our community pool. uh, uh, Wait, he might get out, but for how long? Who knows? True. Maybe a week and then he's back in Korea's prison. I think I had a crypto video. It was vague, and I'm against bringing our current L1 dev team, our current L1 devs further. I like his roadmap, though. Where's he? Where's that? I like his roadmap, though. The dynamic commission and dynamic tax. I haven't checked out his videos. I'll probably have to check out his video at some point. Shiba and the dev team screwed up, flagrantly lying and to the community regarding burns. I've never seen this much negative comments everywhere I've looked. Yeah. Yes. Definitely true on the L1 team change. Shib hasn't screwed up as of yet. They just need price action, and no one spend their crypto during a bear market either. Then converting. So you're saying that it's a wait and see type of thing. Oh, and the paid milestones, that's the most important thing that we need to enact on our chain, in my opinion. The negative Shiba comments are growing all the time. Yeah, I see it on the videos where people are like, look, I gave up on Shib a while ago. And some of them are just here to say it just to be able to push whatever cryptocurrency they have. So they're like, I gave up on Shib a while ago and I'm buying this, right? And that's not something I like to see, because I just kind of ignore those messages there unless it's something where I can see they have a subscriber stamp, because people that say that really do make that move. Like they sold half their Shib and bought Jasmi, or sold half their Shib and bought CRO or Ethereum or whatever. Right. So, yeah, sometimes I don't know where I'm going with things, but, yeah, I'm kind of tired. We got 101 people here, guys. If you haven't had a chance to, again, check out my new credit card channel, feel free to check that out. The link is in the chat, and you can join me over there. I would appreciate it. Kaspa don't stop from pumping. Crazy community. They don't want to dump for over a month. Wait, they don't want it to dump for over a month now. Kaspa is a $1 in 2025 for sure. Guaranteed. You're putting out that guarantee. It's still my largest bag and no plans to sell. You got to believe in Shib. It's not my largest bag, not by far, by far, not by far. It's not my largest bag. I feel like I put a ton into CRO, and I could probably put a ton more into it, especially being at way lower than my cost basis. But I see so much potential in CRO. I want to even believe in it at a 12-cent price versus a 5-cent price and where it stands. Not a fan of the devs, and they have no connection to Shib. True. Swap most of mine for Pond Peter. What do you are you making it? Is that a joke or is that? Oh, you're talking to Peter. I sold all my Shib too. Yeah, see, I can see that's not a joke. That's serious. But yeah, I can see like people that are members and people that are subscribers that have a reason to why they are selling it. But you have a lot of people that have come on here just for a like kind of a promotion type of thing where people are like, I sold um, all my Shib and bought whatever this position is that no one knows about. You know? Have you looked into KTO, Matt? I'm in it for a few grand. I think that was the position that's. Let me look at it before I get ahead of myself really quick. I thought that was the position. Yeah, that Shib, I guess Shib Queenie or Queenie is a big part of. And I wasn't sure if there was going to be like some sort of like paid review that was going with that, so I really didn't want to, do like a smaller review for it. And I think there ended up like that deal or whatever we had, it like didn't actually flourish, like it didn't turn into anything. So I believe um, DJ Trev made a video about this or had a conversation with Queenie, and to see that Queenie is actually Queenie and not just a fake person, that's good to know. That means that she's not a fake person. But if she does work for a team or do something for a team, then she's loyal to that team, which is always great to have. But I haven't talked to her. I haven't talked to her in a while since like the AMAs. I've seen the video, but I haven't talked to her since like that time. Oh, we got some news here. I don't know why I accidentally clicked on news. CRO will still be the safest 20x in my opinion. I I would agree. I would agree. I think CRO is severely undervalued. Very serious. I'm all in on Pond Coin. How's that going for you so far? I'll check out Pond. It's the real Queenie. It's the only token that I know of starting its own CEX. I mean, there's a lot of CEX coins, and I've also seen some that have started their own CEX. I just don't know what the value is of that position there. Um, I mean, for right now, it's showing a $0 market cap. I guess the fully diluted market cap would be a $2.2 million market cap. But other than that, it doesn't look like it has some. It doesn't really look like it has a lot of strength. With $4,000 worth of volume, it needs a ton more. I had a 5x realized gain at the very beginning, and now I'm sitting on 2x with what I held. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing play for me. Well, that's great. That's fantastic. It's always great to find those plays, and it's always like I wish I would have put in like more in those situations where you're like, I had a 5x gain, but if I invested $1,000, that 5x gain would have been $5,000 right there versus maybe what you put in, it was probably 100, 200, 300 or something, and maybe you put in more than that, but it all depends what you put in on what that gain will be. Like when I had the gain with with Lunatic's token first, when it went up, I think it was like a 21x. Honestly, I only put in like 400 or $300. I bought one B&B worth, and turned it into thousands of dollars. And I was so excited about that. I did, take some profit from it, and a lot of other people took profit from it. And I'm happy that people have made moves and made money, quick money. But then I also left some in there as well as received some from them. And now, what happened? I probably should have taken a larger portion of it. At those levels, I should have taken what I invested into it and then was given whatever they were going to give me, because that was one of the largest realized gains that I've had. But obviously, Terra Luna Classic beats everything by far. Like, there will never be a gain like that for me because that gain is still growing. That was a 70,000% gain, and I will never have a 70,000% gain again. Again, the gain that I had with Lunatics token in the beginning was 2,000%. And Terra Luna Classic is literally, I don't. It's a lot, right? If you're looking at 1,000, that's like the 70x from 1,000% gain. So whatever that is, 35x that amount. Binance will be in court today. Will they? For what? U.S. regulators sued Binance CEO in June for allegedly operating a web of deception, listing 13 charges, including claim of company, artificial, blah, 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 blah. So, so they would be in court today. They don't really have much on this, do they? Typically on these things, they put the court date and like what the time is and all that stuff, and they don't do anything here. What's up with crypto? Everything I've looked into, they haven't put a single date or anything there. Only thing I have is from August 29th, which I feel like is a long time. Whew. The next 2 years will be exciting. Once institutional money jumps on board, it's going to be parabolic. Yeah, I would agree. I put it zero point 0.5 ETH on it. It's the biggest investment I ever made. I was able to start a small college fund for my kid with the gains. It felt pretty awesome. I could imagine so. Zero point 0.5 ETH. I don't know if that was when it was worth 2,000 or because 0.5 ETH that would have been about $1,000. So you turn unless I don't know. I don't know what it was worth at that point, but at least $500. I know at that point because it was over $1,000 for a long time. It was under $1,000, but I would imagine you didn't do that when it was at $800 per coin. But either way, that's fantastic. It always feels good to do something, good for somebody else, especially when it comes to your children. And I would like to be able to get like Harper involved in whatever's invested in her, 529 account, as well as Hayden whenever she gets to, an age to where she can read and stuff. But yeah, I can't wait to do that and get her involved in what she's invested into and where her money is going from her piggy bank. She's always, asking like if I empty out her piggy bank, she's like, where is that going? Like, are you taking all my money? No, I'm not taking your money. I'm putting it into your 529 account. Yes, I'm taking your money. I'm buying some candy with it, buying some some lollipops with the gas and everything. It was right around $800 invested. Okay, that's good. So it was probably like 16. The price of ETH was around like 1600 or something. Kind of like where it is right now. I think it's at like 16 or 1700. Why do you like crypto with no use cases like Shiba Inu? Like Shiba. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around why it's a good investment. So understand this. Investments, the way people look at investments traditionally is always around what it currently does. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing in the crypto market that currently does anything to where you have any type of use for it. And you can say, well, this does, and this does, and this does. Nothing does. If we can't physically use it or have a reason to spend it somewhere, it does not have a major use. I can say with the exception probably of like Ethereum, things that we're using to purchase cryptocurrencies on chain, that has a use. Right? If you have a certain cryptocurrency, let's say if CRO decided to make it solely about holding CRO and using CRO as a form of payment within that exchange, then that would be a use. However, we don't have that. So the point is that right now we just have potential uses, and it's around what could be potentially the largest use that you could have. So for Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, and I'm trying to think of other ones that really don't, have any type of plans right now, and you have to have others that are making plans for it. It's about the popularity. The popularity in what other people see within it creates the opportunity to create use. Now, for me, I'm not really the biggest fan of using any appreciating asset to buy a depreciating asset. So what I want to see is appreciating asset for appreciating asset. So if you're using, let's say, XRP, you would use it to purchase a property, or Ethereum, you would use it to purchase a property or a virtual property or something like that. That's what I see as a major use case there. And I know it's tough to wrap your head around because traditional investing have always been, you have a business, it sells a product, it gains revenue, and that's why you invest into it. However, cryptocurrency is very, very different. It's not about having a product. It's not about making revenue. It's about the investor being able to, the opportunity of turning this much money into this much money. You know what I mean? Like quite a bit of money. Actually, you can't even see me. So this much money over here into this much money that's over here, right? That's what investing is all about, being able to turn a profit on what you have there, right? For some people, right, Funko Pops may not be worth anything, but then people are always surprised to know that my most expensive thing that I own in my house is actually a Funko Pop. Everything else that I have is less expensive, but that one Funko Pop like trumps everything. It's literally worth. I can look at all of these things that's down here, right? And it's worth more than a lot of the things that I have in front of me. I have a like a $2,000 camera that's in front of me. And that Funko Pop is worth more than that. So this is the thing. It's like, you see the value, you see the growth within that, and I want to see more of that, which then creates an opportunity to do something bigger with it. For Funko Pops, obviously, it's not creating an opportunity. It's just something that's valuable based on scarcity. And that's what we kind of want to create for Shiba Inu as well. I have a Loki Funko Pop. Vaulted Pop, yes. How much is it worth? It's worth $4,800 at the moment. And when the Loki episode the last time Loki was live, it was worth about 6,000 something. And at times it goes up and down. I think right now it's honestly only worth about 2,800, but it keeps going up and down. Come on, man. I could probably check exactly what the worth is. So it keeps going up and down. So I have the Loki Funko Pop from 2012, and it was from the original Avengers movie, and it's my most expensive Funko Pop that I have there. So yeah, I like the fact that that's a thing. This one obviously is not worth anything. Well, it's worth about whatever I paid for it, but which I didn't pay anything. So it's $0. But yeah, I mean, I think they go for. I think the price would have been like $20 or $30 or something. But this is me. If you don't know, I can't. This camera's not on. We'll do that. We'll do that like this. It just liquidated my pops for more crypto. I mean, if it's getting you more of an opportunity to make a lot more money, like if I took that, sold it, took the money and put it on a certain crypto play, it could possibly get me more than what I would gain with that. But it's also a collectible. It's also something that I'm proud of having, and I'm glad that I was able to get it for the price I was able to get it for. I got it for like $900 when the price came down a hell of a lot, and it was at $6,000, came all the way down, and now it's sitting at about, I think, either $2,000 or $3,000. But yeah, at the highest point, like I said, it was like $6,000+. And when the Loki, somebody's texting me, and when the Loki show comes out, it's going to be worth a hell of a lot more. That's usually what happens. Crypto will appreciate more in the next bull run. Loki new season is on its way. Yeah, I know. I'm very very hyped for it. Trust me. I spend like $400 monthly. Wait, I spend $400 monthly. Uh, do I still have time to still make around 200K in the next bull run? Do you still have time? Yeah, I believe you still have time. If you are consistently investing, if you spend $400 monthly, um, if you are just getting started and you only have $400 in there, well, obviously it's going to be, depends what you invest into to make those type of gains. I don't know what you're starting with, and what you currently hold, but it all depends on what you invest into and what your strategy is to sell at those with those investments. So yes, you still have a chance to be a part of this larger run, and I really do want to be a part of it in such a bigger way. So hopefully revenue for YouTube does find a way to pick up, because I would love for revenue to be a lot higher, me to start investing a lot more and or continue to invest a lot more. Um, and every single month, I would want to be able to invest another $1,000, an extra $1,000 into certain crypto plays every single month. That's what I was doing kind of in the beginning, is investing like a good $200, $300. Here and there, I would put more money in there. And now I just don't have a ton of extra free cash. So never understood why the Shib army be cringe when the Vault army. Oh, we're gonna help you burn Shib. Relax. You're buying at the bottom while most others are selling. You have a greater chance to make more than 200K. That's a good way to put it. When's the next credit card video? It'll be today at 5 o'clock. So every day it'll be 5 o'clock. I'm gonna release another credit card video. Today I'm not. Actually, I am sure of what I'm talking about. We will put out that video later today, and every weekend, what I'm gonna do is like try and pre-record the videos so that we have what I wanted to talk about, have a process of when I want to post those videos and all that stuff. But right now, it's been like a day-to-day type of thing. But every single weekday, we are gonna upload a new credit card video. We're gonna try and be on our game when it comes to YouTube and content creation and all that stuff. Why is the screen so dirty? I don't know why the screen is so dirty, but yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do, is create these new credit card videos. We also have a golf channel. If you guys are interested, um, These are video details. Let's go to my main channel here. Scroll down. So yeah, if you want to subscribe to any of these channels, feel free to subscribe to them. I have the credit card channel. I have my reaction channel, which I want to do.
Rob T donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Burn SHIB use Volta change high voltage.
What? Oh, burn Shib using Volti change. Is that a thing that actually happens? So it's a vault way to burn Shib and support Shib. Is this like, that's good. That's great. And I don't know what the volume will be on that. That's fantastic. But, we'll maybe have to look into that in a like offline because you never know what it could be. I hate when communities just try and take advantage of the Shiba Inu community and only want to bring Shiba Inu holders over to Vault or over to any other project. But that's good if that's the case. And we need a lot of things like that to burn a ton of Shib. So thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, Rob T. And calling out Vaulty Chain. Is this already live? You're going to get banned talking about Vault. Just don't spam. Wait, you're not going to get banned talking about Vault. Just don't spam. I can't even tell you how many of y'all are actually in here right now. Yeah, I don't want to see a ton of spamming of Vault and everything. Obviously, as I see the lightning bolts, I don't even read the comments. So you just like relax a little bit and then put a comment, whatever you needed to say. But I appreciate the super chat. I do. Anyways, if you guys want to, sorry, I showed the wrong screen there. It's like the camera's off. But if you want to check out my main channel or subscribe to this channel, feel free to subscribe to my main channel, which is the one that you're on, or you can go to my credit card YouTube channel. I will have a new credit card upload today at 5. I also have golf videos where I usually post a video somewhere around 12:30. So again, we had a couple of videos here that not spiked, but definitely had some good viewership here. So thank you guys, whoever is viewing it. I don't even know if it's you guys. I'm not sharing it here, but feel free to go and check out the golf channel, as well as the other channel that's kind of related to investing, which is the NFA channel. This NFA channel, I've been talking about AMC and some stock related content here. Mainly I've been focusing on that side of things, but I can put some cryptocurrency in there as well and just continue to have different things that are happening over there. I still don't know exactly where that's going, but I also have, let's go back here. I also have my reaction channel, which I believe the last thing I reacted to was this, which is, I'm going to keep doing these videos where a financial analyst reacts. I was a senior financial analyst for 5 years to a Googler living on 194,000. And he actually talks about how he's lost money in crypto, which is interesting. I think he lost he put 80,000 into it at the peak. And I was like, for a person that he's been investing since he was 13. So for a person that has been investing since you were 13, you would think you would know the rookie mistake, which is to never invest at the peak of the markets. That's just a very, very rookie mistake there. You said they're wilding out of control. Oh, geez. See y'all getting out of control now. This is where the cringe comes from. Yeah, this is why people don't like this is why I don't like it. Right? It's not about Volt in general. Like I've looked into Volt and I was like, oh, maybe it has some opportunity there. But then as I say something, you have a bunch of people that come in and just spam stuff. It looks like Shiba Inu is up at 1.2%, almost 1.3%. That's fantastic. Has anyone mentioned has anyone mentioned Volt? Matt, opinion on CRO. So I have the largest amount of love for CRO. I believe that CRO is completely undervalued. A lot of people are going to see this as we see the bull run start to happen, or even before that, honestly. I think people will start to see that CRO is the largest exchange token that you do have out there, is going to be the most valuable, is the biggest, is the one that has the most use case within their own platform, and will have even more of a use case as the future goes on. So I'm a big fan of CRO. I currently hold 86 or 87,000, and I I plan on holding a lot of that. I have a selling plan, obviously, but yeah, hold a lot of it. And I would love to get more, but I don't really have any. If I was to take an extra $1,000 and put it into an investment, I believe I have my 1 million Jasmi that I want. So I'm not doing anything else with Jasmi coin, but I damn sure would put more into CRO. I would put a lot more into CRO at these levels. I currently hold about $5,000 worth, maybe even less. It might be $4,000. And I would put another $4,000 into it right now to get me well over 100,000 CRO. Um, but that's only if I had it, which I don't have it. Currently, if we bring up CRO, we're standing at about 5 cents, 5.1, 5.2 cents. It's at a 1.3 million or billion-dollar market cap with only $7 million worth of volume. I like I said, I definitely believe in where CRO is going, and I can't wait to see it run like crazy. Hey Matt, it's Nicole here, fellow Pisces. How did you know I'm a Pisces? We all get excited. We want to let the whole crypto space know what Volt is and how to help burn the supply for everybody, among many other things. Blah blah blah. I wasn't aware there are multiple membership tiers to purchase, Johnny. They're just loyal badges for concurrent members. Who's calling me? Who calls me at 8:44 in the morning? That's a normal time. I feel like a lot of people are awake. uh, unless you're talking about Patreon. Yeah, so typically with those membership levels, it's about support. I only make them $1 so people can show, one, their support, two, can have their comments you know pushed out a lot further than just regular comments. Like they go a lot further because your name is green, the you have the icon right behind it, so I just see your comments a lot easier, and it also shows that you do support the channel, even if it is only $1 a month. And then there's $1.99 where it's just that further support. Now you may get occasional videos, but I would say the highest level that you have there, that's where you get the videos that are there. But we don't really have. We have like one. I don't even think we have a member within that top tier. It's basically like similar to the Patreon level, to where you get all of the stuff. You get all of the different videos and different things that are happening there. Your Make Money membership. It's the lowest tier and won't let me buy it. Your Make Money membership, the lowest tier, won't let you buy it. Are you on maybe you're on a different iPhone or something? I don't really know how that how that truly works. I know people were having trouble even accessing the tiers, but if you can't purchase it, it may be something on your end there, but I don't know. Calling this early, they want to talk to you about your car's. Yeah, they want to talk to me about my car's extended warranty. Uh, Phone YouTube subs are such a pain. I've heard YouTube memberships are such a pain. All right, we're at the 2 hour mark, guys. Let me go ahead and take this channel out of here. I'm going to remove this from being pinned. I don't know why I removed the comment altogether. I don't know why. Unpin the message. But now I want to go up here and I want to go to my Kick. So I'm going to be live on Kick for a little bit. If you want to join me on my Kick stream, feel free to join me on my Kick stream. I will put the link in the chat. So yeah, I'll put the link in the chat. I'm going to pin the message. Feel free to join me on my Kick stream. I will be on here for a while, and just chatting it up with people about crypto. It'll give me the time, since there's not as many people. It'll give me the time to go over to Kick and go over all of crypto and what's happening within the crypto world, rather than just answering comments as well. So if you want to join me over there, feel free to join me over there. You do have to follow in order to comment. But I appreciate the stream. This is a 2 hour long stream today. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you to all the members. Thank you to the moderators, as well as, just random and standard subscribers. I appreciate you guys for being here. But hopefully I can catch you over on Kick, and, we can chat it up over there as well. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will catch you guys in the next one, and hopefully catch you on Kick.